Welcome, viewers, to vlog number 4. Yeah, I think I'm counting correctly. If I'm not, maybe I'm in some sort of space-time continuum lapse or something. I don't know. Regardless, I'm kind of a bit of a grumpy mood, just a little bit of a grumpy mood, because I love my showers. I really do. You know, that's kind of like the thing. You know, I'm not really awake until I've had a really nice long shower, some nice good warm water, and life is just so amazing after I step out of that shower and I get all dried off, and then I am ready to go at the day, man. Then the day is nothing. The day will kneel at my feet. In fact, not even my feet, it will kneel at my toes. That's how awesome I feel after I've had my shower. But today, the water pressure. Yeah. The shower, the awesome shower, the awe-inspiring shower, the great one, was nothing more than a really failed tap. Oh, I just knew when I turn on those taps and it just starts dribbling out and it's not really being a proper shower. I just knew this isn't going to be the best start to the day. It's not. I mean, it's just not. So hopefully tomorrow my shower will be working. Maybe the water pressure will be back. Maybe. I have to hope. I have to hope for my shower, the great shower, the thing that lets me take on my life and everything. Anyway, I finally pre-ordered WoW. I pre-ordered WoW yesterday. Bloody about time. I've been procrastinating for so long. And eventually I'm just like, okay, cool, click, 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 done, because of course I'm pre-ordering online. And I'm just getting the normal edition, I'm not getting the collector's edition. Maybe if WoW has some sort of upgrade thing, like Rift does at the moment. I know that you can, you know, you get the normal version of Rift, and then you can pay and you can upgrade to the, other versions of Rift for the extra things, like the mounts and the stuff like that. And you know, if WoW has something like that, I might upgrade to collector's edition. I don't even know if it'll be worth it. But you know, I'll think about it if that's the case. But I have pre-ordered the normal version of WoW, and so on the 25th, I don't know why I said 26th last time. My brain was in a lapse. But on the 25th of September, I'm gonna go up and pick up my copy of WoW, and then have it installing for like 3 days in a row, and then finally get to do something in that awesome game. So it might take a while. Hopefully there will be no more patches. Good grief, if there's another patch, like a 20 gig patch, I hope I'll get a mop video out for you by Christmas. Anyway, I've been going back to WoW. Yesterday I went back into WoW, and I'm undoing this whole thing with Dominoes because I've decided, you know, I'm getting so fed up with this thing when it comes to druids and shapeshifting and these bars. You know, so I've going back to the default Blizzard UI, which should also help when I'm doing the UI guides and looking at those for you guys as well, because they tend to use the same bars as the default Blizzard UI, so hopefully that'll work out quite well as a side benefit. But again, yeah, the real reason I was doing it was just because I'm getting so fed up with my bars being so stuffed up because I'm on a shapeshifter. So yeah, I went back to WoW, and I'm playing my Boomkin. You know, it feels kind of wrong. It doesn't feel right. I can feel it while I'm playing. It doesn't feel right. One of the main things is it feels too fast, because I mean, in like the old Boomkins, you know, you'd be like Wrath, and like 20 minutes later, okay, cool, you're in Lunar Eclipse. But now it's like Wrath, cool, you're in Lunar, Starfire, cool, you're in Solar. You know, it's like, it's quite fast. It really is quite fast. Regardless, though, yeah, I'll probably get used to it. But the thing I'm really liking is, yesterday I played around a little bit with a macro for some burst damage, because that's what I love to make macros. Something I haven't actually done for quite a while is make the macros, like those super hectic macros that you're like, oh, sweet, okay, it's time for me to nuke. Boom, boom, boom. Nuke time! You know, and that let me get up to around about 52k to 60k burst damage. It fluctuates quite a bit. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm also not sure whether you use Wrath or Starfire with it, or what I'm supposed to do. But I'm gonna figure that out. But the main thing definitely just the main thing that I'm finding is that it feels like my AoE is nerfed. It really does. My mushrooms don't feel as powerful. They feel kind of fail, actually. That channel time AoE, it feels a bit better. It actually does. It feels like it's better to me. I'm not sure if it's better than mushrooms, but the mushrooms have a cooldown. But that's channeling AoE. It feels like it's better than it used to be, but it's still terrible. It's still terrible. I guess if I wanna spam AoE moves, I'll reroll to something else. But you know, it's fun. I'm enjoying WoW. I can't say I don't like the changes. I can't say I do like them either. I'm just weirded out by them. I'm one of those people, you know. I don't, you know. It's kind of change is exciting, but when it happens, it's kind of just, you know, give me a little bit of time for me to adjust, because otherwise I'm just sort of feeling a little bit grumpy, you know, until I have everything figured out. You know, if I don't have my life figured out, then it's just sort of like, "Grr, everything just feels wrong. No, give me back Insect Swarm." But I don't really mind. I kind of miss Insect Swarm, because hey, who doesn't want to throw clouds of bees into your opponent's face? I mean, come on. It's cool. You know it's cool. It's cool. Anyway, I also want to try out my DK. I haven't even looked at the talents on DKs. I really want to. I've heard some seriously epic things about some of the DK talents that I really want to try out. And Paddy talents, I had a quick look at my Paddy's talents. They look cool. That's all I'm gonna say. I think they look pretty cool. I'm going to really look forward to using them. I think it's going to be epic. So yeah, I hope that I get adjusted soon, and I hope that Mop comes out and that I don't have any issues. You know, because like when Kata came out, I was crashing like repeatedly. I would log on crash. I would crash so many times. It was so unstable when Kata came out. So I'm just hoping that that's not going to happen with Mop. I really am, because I don't like to crash. I try to fix it. This is when you know that Windows updates really just don't help. I'm crashing all the time in WoW. So a friend says, well, why don't you just update Windows? You know, that might help. So I did. And all that changed as well. Now I don't get an error message when I crash. That's the only thing that changed. I still crash, I just don't get an error message. No improvement whatsoever. Anyway, I told you guys about the raid I was doing in Rift, and how some of the boss fight mechanics I was really amused by, especially the stuff where the guy turns the whole raid into critters, and then you have to run through this gauntlet. I thought that was awesome, and that Rift Guild took me through again, through the same dungeon, and this time I had fraps on, so when I finally decided, oh, right, well, we're like halfway through this critter run thing, let's hit record. Anyway, so I've got some of that footage for you. I hope you enjoy, because I think it's just, it's hilarious. It's really just hilarious.
A squirrel.
I'm always a rabbit.
I'm a damn goat. Again.
I was a wolf. There's a wolf coming as well.
Yeah, I'm the wolf, Chase.
Oh, I thought there were a wolf before. Okay. Oh, there's a wolf with some sort of growth on its back.
No, that's no way to talk out clear.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that crazy fight. I think it's hilarious, personally. I really just think it's too damn awesome. I love that mechanic, and there are so many of them. Though I must admit, some of them they really get on my nerves. I'm not sure whether it's because of graphics lag or just because of my lag, but there's one that puts bombs on the floor. So as soon as I see this circle around me, I instantly try to run, and as I get out of the circle, it explodes, and then I get knocked into the air, because it figures, well, you were still inside that circle, and that gets on my nerves. Boy, does that get on my nerves. But other than that, in general, the mechanics are just, they are really wonderful. I think they're great, despite the fact they kill me a lot, and half the time I don't even know why. I really don't know why. A lot of the time, Rift seems to be quite cruel as well. They like to make things counterintuitive. So, you know, there's a particular raid Rift where you get like this circle around you, and now your immediate thought would be, sweet, I need to run the hell away from the boss, and from the circle and whatever is happening. But if you do, the boss charges to you or leaps on top of you and just completely owns you in the most horrific of ways. You get like one shot and that's it, your life is over. It sucks. It's so horrible. And then you actually have to run into the boss. That's what you have to run into the boss. I was surprised when I found out. You know, I had no idea why this was happening. Why was I dying? I'm running away. I ran. Stuff you, game. Stop cheating, I ranted. Why? I ran. Why is that circle following me? This isn't fair. And then, like, you see it happen to other people and they run into the boss. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. But whatever helps me survive. It's all cool. I'll do whatever lets me live. You know, I'll do that. Oh, well, that was a good little bit of a half rant, half super enthusiastic session. Anyway, as I said, let's turn it down a little bit. Get those energy levels to reduce a little bit before, I don't know, I start just getting people to completely explode or something. I don't know. And then maybe I'll hype you guys up to the point where you just go completely nuts and you try and solo Deathwing with a level 1 Night Elf. Okay, that's not going to end well. Please don't do that. I care for your safety. Anyway, so as I said, I'm going back to WoW, and that means I'm not going to be raiding as much in Rift. You know, I can't say I really mind. I enjoy both games, I really do. But you know, WoW's the one where, you know, I'm in the guild, and I really have to take a very active part in the raiding in that guild, and that's what I'm going to do. So, you know, I'm going back. I think I'm doing a raid tonight. In fact, they organized it, and the guild leader's like, nah, you have to come, man. You have to go to this raid, and that's that. So yeah, I tried the excuses, you know, but I just started playing on my Boomkin yesterday. I have no idea what's going on in this game. They just said, well, tough, and I think they want me to heal. And all I've played is my Boomkin, so I have to decide whether I'm going to go resto or whether I'm going to go on my Holy Pally. But either way, I won't have a clue as to what I'm doing, and I guess I just won't be as I'll have to tone down my competitiveness, because you know I'm kind of one of those people that's like, oh, no, they're getting ahead of me in the meters. Have to keep going. Have to try harder. No, screw you. I have to beat you. Yeah, I'm kind of one of those people, I guess. Super competitive. Even if it doesn't matter if I'm level 40 and I'm in greens and I'm competing against a level 900 in full legendary gear. It doesn't matter. I will try my best to compete with that guy. I really will. There's no way I'll win, but I'll try. You know, at least I can say I'll try. I mean, unless, of course, it's one of those. I just woke up. AFK. You know, then, well, auto attack. I'm not going to do very much. Regardless, I said in another one of my vlogs, I wasn't really sure about whether I was going to be getting the digital download of Rift, because I got that game time deal earlier. It turns out I won't be, because it was a different game time deal. They told me I actually put in a ticket, and they replied. They were very nice and everything. I think it's a little bit unfair, you know. I got that. I want the digital download, but they didn't say that I would be getting it when I got it. So I'm not gonna get too angry. I mean, obviously, I don't want to have to go out and buy the thing anyway. You know, I would love it if this thing was free. I would love it so much if I just got it, you know, as an extra thing. But you know, I'm not going to. I'll just go into the store, and that means I don't have to download it. So yeah, I save time at least. Though I'm still a little bit grumpy. I want my copy of Rift. Give me my copy of Rift, damn you. Anyway, I'm actually sweating a little bit. It's bloody hot. It really is. It's extremely hot. It's a very nice day outside with a nice cool breeze, but this particular place in this house, it gets like no airflow, I swear. So it's like an oven in here. It's horrible. I should have like a glass of water or something, but I just knock it over. So what I do is, to compensate for the whole knocking over of glasses and stuff, I use water bottles. You know, like a sportsman might. I use water bottles. I use them for gym too, you know, whatever. I use water bottles. Because, you know, knock it over, cool, no spill, just pick it up again. It's the perfect thing for gaming at a keyboard. I'm not sure whether other people have thought of this. Maybe I'm the first. Maybe I'm sharing sharing a revolutionary idea with you. Let's try not to break the English language just yet. I think we'll wait until, I don't know, I have like a zillion followers, and together we can break the English language. But until then, let's try and stick to the norm. Okay? So yes, water bottles, they are fantastic for gaming. You can knock them all over the place. Just make sure not to like leave the cap loose or to get one that leaks, because that's not going to end very well for you. I spent like a lot of yesterday. I discovered WoW Bash, so you can imagine what ensued. Me going next page, read, next page, read. It was fun. It was really fun. Just all those chat fails. So many chat fails. One of my favorites is just because I love it when the GMs are kind of being a bit of a troll. Just being a little bit of a troll. Or just pointing out something to someone who thinks they know it all. Like, I was reading one of them, and it's a guy in all caps ranting about how people must just go to the forums and post there because Blizzard doesn't pay any attention to the live or on the PTR or whatever. And the GM just instantly replies with, "Oh, really?" And that just cracked me up laughing. It's just the perfect. I loved it. It was hilarious. It was awesome. So many epic fails, because when you're not the person that's experiencing the epic fail, when you are not the epic failer, then epic fails are awesome. But if you are the person doing the epic failing, then you're like, I hope no one noticed. No. So I figured, let's break that. Let's have people share their epic fails, and I will share one of mine with you that I recorded. And I hope you enjoy. Needless to say, I didn't. I felt like a total noob when this happened to me. Enjoy. So, let's give you a little bit of backstory as to what's happening here. Okay, so I was standing where I'm standing now, and the tank went in and pulled, and I didn't move in right away. And so, as you can see, I'm kind of stuck behind a giant wall of light, and I can't do anything. I can't cast spells through it. There's nothing I can do to help this group whatsoever. There is nothing I can do. I just have to sit behind this wall and wait for things to just go completely and utterly wrong, because I can't do anything. And I'm sitting there frantically trying to target or do anything, and then I just sort of gave up and just let it run its course. As you can see, I'm trying to use like some sort of like AoE thing to get through, but it's not letting me. So I just said, oh well. Let's hope no one notices. Let's hope no one has a damage meter and says I've done literally nothing. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I felt like such a noob when that happened to me. Walls of light, man! They get you every time. They take no prisoners, those walls of light. They're horrible. But the group was very nice. They didn't poke fun at me. I would've. I'm not sure if I would have been able to resist. I mean, if I was the guy who didn't get caught and someone else did, I'm not sure I would have been able to resist that. Yeah, a little bit of jab. I wouldn't be too mean, but I just sort of bit of a nudge. Bit of a nudge. Come on, let's pick on them a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit of fun. Poke some fun at them. But yeah, it's good to laugh at yourself. Yeah, it's good to laugh. Have a look at some of your epic fails. Have a look at them. Look at them after it's happened. Trust me, it's hilarious. You will enjoy it. You will have many laughs because it's It's funny when it's not happening to you right at that time, because it's when it's happening to you, you're too busy going, damn! I hope no one notices. Don't mind me. Anyway, regardless, while I was in there behind that wall of light, I wasn't sure if the boss would go for me, like if the wall of light would disappear and the boss would go for me when everyone else was dead. But so I had my finger over my feign death button. Needless to say, of the many times I've used feign death, I swear it never works. I'm not sure whether it's just my luck, whether it doesn't work on certain bosses, or what happens. There's this giant dragon boss that, it's a dragon, of course it's got that frontal cone breath attack. Anyway, so like, raid's wiping, and I'm feign death. Yeah, you guys just die. I'm gonna survive. Or so I thought. Needless to say, someone's standing behind where I'm dead on the floor. And the boss walks like right up to me. Its paws are like on top of my body. And it breathes fire at the guy, and I get one shot by this breath. I was so pissed off. No! Why were you standing there? It thought I was dead, man. I just got one shot by a breath attack. You just have to laugh. Oh, that was so funny. I'm still not sure whether it was going for him or it was going for me, but either way, I got breathed on, and it hurt. I went from feigning death to actually dead, pretty damn quickly. That was pretty funny. Anyway, I've done a couple of experts now, a couple of expert dungeons in Rift, and I'm noticing a lot, like really, almost all of the bosses in these Rift dungeons have some weird little mechanic that you have to use. Always, and a lot of it involves line of sighting. Rift devs seem to love their line of sighting. Okay, so when the boss does this, you need to LOS him. If you don't, what happens? Oh, you get one shot. What happens if you don't LOS this? Oh no, he summons ads and you get one shot. They also love to one-shot you. You messed up! Bam, you're dead. There's no, oh, you're almost dead, quickly heal him up. No, there's none of that. You're dead. You messed up, you're dead. Have fun being dead. There are no little bits. There's nothing for you to slightly survive. There's no way you're going to do anything but die if you mess up. Unless maybe you're the tank. Maybe. Just maybe. Because then you might be on like 100 health, but then the boss is going to come at you and kill you anyway. So you're still dead. Anyway, I like my mechanics, so I don't mind this. I like the little fun things you need to use in an encounter. It adds flavor to the encounter. I love it. I really do. I really love it. Unless I'm dying to it. If I'm dying to it, then I hate it. So it really depends on that. If I'm doing okay and everyone else is dying, then I'm like, yeah, I'm a badass. Yeah. Then it's okay. But if I'm the only one that dies to it and everyone else is alive, then I'm like, I hate this. This mechanic sucks. No. Why did they put this? This is stupid. Come on, don't act like you don't do that too. Everybody does. I'm sure pretty much everybody does that. Even the WoW devs do that. I'm pretty sure. Surely they play their own game. The Rift devs as well. I'm sure they play their own game. And if they get killed by a mechanic, I bet you they're saying, I wish I'd never put in that. I was stupid to put that there. Why did I do that? No. I'm going to undo that right away. Next patch, that ability is going out. It's getting scrapped. Until they calm down, and the rest of the devs are like, dude, it's okay. It happens. You can't just change the game because you died to a frontal cone breath attack when you were feign death. You can't do that. Okay? That must take an awful lot of restraint. Can you imagine? Really? If you had the power to do that? I would. I probably would. But then I would make it harder for everyone else, because I'm like that. I'm mean. I'm really mean. I am mean. Anyway, I'm not sure if I spoke about this in the last video, because I'm never sure. I keep forgetting. All of my videos seem to blur together sometimes. But I've got this new keyboard. You can see the setup behind me has changed, and this mirror thing is really messing with me. The setup behind me over there has changed. It used to be a different keyboard there. That's my old keyboard. The spacebar stopped working, so now I'm using another keyboard. The only downside of this keyboard, it really is lovely, but the only downside is that there are a couple of buttons on this keyboard that love to stick. particularly the 2 button and the A button. Now I have 2, and a lot of those buttons bound to, you know, abilities that I like to use, but things like W will move me forward, A will strafe me left, and D will strafe me right. And if A sticks, it sticks at the worst possible time. If I'm on the edge of the cliff and I'm just slight adjustment being made, A sticks. The rage factor of keys sticking. The rage factor. Every time that key sticks and something horrible happens, my enrage timer gets activated. That's what happens. It's just the way life works. But otherwise it's okay. At least the spacebar isn't broken, so I can still jump, which I swear I should probably just take it out, because I have this unfortunate habit. If I'm running towards like the edge of a cliff, and I stop just before, but I have this seriously unfortunate tendency to panic and press spacebar. So I stop, and then I press spacebar, and it just jumps over. It's just that tiny little fraction extra, and then I'm dead. And oh, it's horrible. Anyway, if you haven't checked out WoW Bash, you probably should. You'll have some fun, some good old gamer humor for you. You know you guys love that stuff. Go try it out. Have some fun. Enjoy yourself. And that's it for this vlog. I have to keep a mental note in my head. You know, man, I think maybe I should shut up now. Should I shut up now? Maybe in the next 10 minutes I should shut up, because otherwise I just end up rabbiting on, like I'm currently rabbiting on. But it's fun to rabbit on, and that's why I have to keep the mental note of it's time to shut up. And so it is time to shut up now. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Be sure, if you did, comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. There's links in the description for all that kind of stuff. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.